experience in Southern Springs. It's just, it hurts your heart. So my speech is a little different than the one I was prepared to give before that. Our governor is now doing what he should be doing there on the scene. And so I've tempered some of my criticism for him. There will be a time and a place to do a total review of our governor's performance, but I'm going to save the specifics of those for another time. To the people of Texas and all Americans in the world. Who said that? Who said that?
Travis.
Colonel William Barrett Travis. This is victory or death letter from the Alamo. 181 years ago, 186 brave men fought and died for the principles that they held dear. No, it wasn't independence. That came later. It was constitutional enforcement, nullification. They fought as Mexican citizens, wanting to hold their government to the 1824 Constitution. That's why they flew the flag over the Alamo, the Mexican flag with the letter numbers 1824. All they wanted was to repeat the bargain that they had agreed to. And so they fought. But when you stand up for a bully, what happens next depends on the bully. And the bully Santa Anna, he could have backed down or he could have doubled down. He chose to double down and double down again. And as a result, what started out as an act of nullification of constitutional enforcement ended in secession. Well, we have somewhat the same situation facing us today. We have a federal bully coming after us. One that won't enforce the Constitution. But the difference is, between then and now, we have no leaders to lead us to enforce our Constitution. For that reason, it is tonight that I announce that in 2018, I will run for governor of Texas. To be Texas governor, to unite Texans, to fight two threats to our liberty: an out-of-control federal tyrant and cronyism here at home in this swamp that we call Austin. Governor Abbott has proven that he is not the leader Texas needs. He has not led us to face down any of these threats. He has not done anything to effectively enforce the Constitution against a federal bully. And as far as facing down cronies, well, he is one. And one of the better ones, one of the biggest ones. Unlike 2014, Greg Abbott has a record, and we'll go over that record at some point, but it's not a promising one. And he has, unlike 2014, he doesn't have Obama as his nemesis. He can't use Obama as his excuse for why he can't get things done. So there's at least two major differences between what we have seen before in the governor's race in recent times and what we will see in 2018. Sometimes people ask me, are you going to run for president? I tell them, I want to be Texas governor. Why would I accept a demotion? Well, that always gets a laugh, but it proves a very large point. If you love liberty, Texas governor is the most important office on the face of the earth. And that's why because Texas is the greatest force on the face of the earth that can stand up to an out-of-control federal government. But only if we have the right leaders. Texas needs a governor who understands that it is his duty, it is our duty to enforce the Constitution. That it is not, and the ways that these constitutional enforcement happens. We need a governor who understands that you don't get liberty by going to the Supreme Court and begging them to let you act as a sovereign state that you are. Texas needs a governor who understands you are the leader of a sovereign state. That the federal government is not our master, and the Supreme Court is not our master. We're the masters, and the federal government is our servant. has cited two reasons, excuses, for why he doesn't enforce the Constitution. His way is to go to the Supreme Court to sue. He said, I go to the office, I sue the federal government, I go home. I thought maybe you should have stayed in the office longer and actually done your job to lead Texas to support to enforce the Constitution. Because if that was a winning formula, why are we in the shape we're in? When did we ever get liberty from the Supreme Court? So I say, don't sue the buzzards, arrest them. Governor Abbott also says now we need an Article 5 convention to enforce the Constitution. Really? Article 5 conventions are to fix defects in the Constitution. Our problem is not with the Constitution. It's not defective. It's just no one's enforcing it.
That's right.
No document enforces itself. The Bible doesn't enforce. The Ten Commandments don't enforce itself. It takes people to enforce any agreement or any document. So I thought Article 5, is that what you want really? You want to go to maybe take a decade, and you have to get 37 other states to agree with you, to give you permission to act like the sovereign state you are, and maybe you won't get that permission. I mean, really? Is that what we want? No. Wouldn't it be great? I mean, wouldn't it be great if when we entered the Constitution, we had reserved powers for ourselves? We had maintained our own sovereignty? I mean, wouldn't it be great if the Supreme Court was not our supreme ruler? Wouldn't it be great? And Supreme Court opinions were just that, and we could choose to follow them or not. Wouldn't it be great if we didn't have to wait for an Article 5 convention or any other state to do any other thing? If right here, right now, Texas could act alone and enforce the Constitution and get our liberty back, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
We lack only one thing in being able to do this, and it's the thing we have the most control over. It's in our heads. It's a way of thinking. It's a spirit of resistance. It's a mindset that we once had back in the days of the Alamo, and for years after that, but we have lost it. So that's why it's changing. Change your mind, change the world. Why does Governor Abbott act? And others. I think it's two reasons. I think he's afraid. I think they're afraid. And I can kind of see that. Because when you stand up to a bully, it can go many ways. And you have to be prepared to see that through. So I can get that. But I think the men at the Alamo were afraid. I mean, who wouldn't have been? But they didn't let their fear control their actions. They still Another reason I think he doesn't act is because he has aspirations for higher office in his worldview. Our governor, I believe, wants to be president. Well, George P. Bush wants to be president. I think the only person around that I just want to be Texas governor because that's the best office and the highest office in my worldview. Texas needs a governor that will protect Red River ranches from the BLM. Is that what you want?
Yes.
Texas needs a governor to stop the groping at the airport and the spying and listening in on our emails and our phone conversations. Is that what you want? Yes. A governor that will stop Obamacare in Texas. Is that what you want?
Yes.
EPA, OSHA, and a host of other unconstitutional agencies from harassing our businesses here in Texas. Now, is that what you want? Governor Abbott has favored cronies, and I'll mention two separate ways, just two ways. He failed to veto the taproom bill, which required craft brewers to purchase the services of beer distributors, Uber cronies, whether they use those services or not. And he also promoted about $100 million slush fund, Texas Enterprise Fund and some other stuff thrown in, just a crony slush fund. And there's other things. So we can't expect that he will suddenly start to oppose the cronies. Well, I'll tell you some other things I want. I want election integrity in Texas. School property taxes in Texas. Is that what you want? I want toll roads in Texas. Is that what you want? I want civil asset forfeiture in Texas. I want to end red light cameras in Texas. We could go on about this, but I'm here to tell you, if these are the things you want, then you have to support me for governor. I'm not just another choice you have for governor, I'm your only choice. I'll mention one more thing though, the Alamo. The Alamo defines Texas. It's our essence, it's our soul. It's an idea and it's a place. It's the most sacred place in Texas. And it's an iconic symbol of man's resistance to tyranny and its yearning to be free. Well, it's under attack. Again, we have to defend the Alamo again. George P. Bush wants to reimagine the Alamo. And by his silence, Governor Abbott apparently concurs. Reimagine the Alamo. I want to reimagine Texas government not controlled by Republicans. That's what I want to do. But I want to remember the Alamo. I want to honor it. I want to preserve it. And I don't want anything changed substantively about it. And I don't want it redefined, either what happened there or its importance and what it signifies to Texas and to the world. I want to remember those lessons that those 186 men taught us. We can't, this attack on the Alamo, it is pointless, it is senseless. I'm trying to make sense out of it. But I know that we have to preserve it, and with it, preserve our liberty. We can't let it just be, that was 181 years, be all there is. We can't look back and say, well, you know, 181 years, that's a pretty good run. I guess we're going to move on to something else now. No. It's got to be 181 years, and 281 years, and 381 years. I'll read one thing from Colonel Travis' letter. I am determined to sustain myself as long as possible, and die like a soldier who never forgets what is due to his own honor and that of his country. Texans don't accept long odds as a reason not to fight. I want to join this fight. I want to be Texas governor, to unite Texans, to do again what we have done before. Stand up to and defeat a federal bully and change the course of history. Colonel Travis used these words, no retreat, no surrender. That's what I say when I'm in this fight. We fight until the fight is done, and not before. So we used to close this speech by saying those words with me. No retreat, no surrender. No retreat, no surrender. No retreat, no surrender. No retreat, no surrender.